All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something pretty profound, an ancient idea that's frankly a superpower for dealing with modern life. It's called equanimity. Think of it as your personal guide to finding that calm center, especially when life feels like it's pulling you in a million different directions.
I mean, have you ever felt like you're just strapped into an emotional roller coaster? It's that whiplash, right? One minute you're crushing it, you're on top of the world, and the next, bam, you're in a total free fall. That constant up and down, the highs and lows, man, it can be draining.
You know, so much of our life energy gets spent just bouncing between these two extremes. We're constantly chasing all the good stuff on one side. You know, the pleasure, the success, the joy. And at the same time, we're desperately running away from the other side, the pain, the failure, the sorrow. It's a tug of war. But what if there was a way to find some real stable ground right in the middle of that chaos?
Well, it turns out there's this incredible wisdom tucked away in an ancient text from India called the Bhagavad Gita. And it offers a really powerful answer to this exact problem. It lays out a path, not for avoiding all these feelings, because that's impossible, right? But for actually mastering how we react to them.
Just listen to this. Really let it land. The person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress, who is steady in both, is fit for immortality. Whoa, not just undisturbed by the bad stuff, but also undisturbed by the good stuff. Steady in both. That one line, it's basically a roadmap to a kind of resilience and inner peace that's almost hard to imagine.
Okay, so what does that even mean, to be steady in both? It sounds great, but what are we really talking about? To get it, we've got to break it down. There are three key ideas, three Sanskrit terms right in that verse that pretty much give us the whole anatomy of equanimity. First up is this term, sama-dukkha-sukham. This is really the heart of the whole thing. And let's be super clear. This does not mean you turn into some kind of unfeeling robot. Not at all. It means that, yeah, you're still going to feel joy, you're still going to feel sadness, but your inner self, your core, stays stable. It's like you become the calm eye of the hurricane instead of being the storm itself.
Then, the verse gets specific about the kind of person who can pull this off. It uses the word dhiram. And this isn't some passive, go-with-the-flow type of person. No, this is someone with real wisdom, with mental grit. It's someone who has the courage to look at a feeling, good or bad, and see it for what it is, fleeting. They engage with life, but from this deep well of inner strength.
And that brings us to the ultimate payoff. The verse says this person is amrtatvaya kalpate. They're fit for immortality. Now, obviously, we're not talking about living forever physically. This is about something way deeper. It's about spiritual liberation. It means finally getting off that exhausting emotional roller coaster for good. It's about finding a peace that is deep, lasting, and completely unshakable.
Okay, so that all sounds amazing, right? But how do we actually do it? I mean, it's one thing to understand the idea, but it's another thing entirely to live it day to day. Well, the good news is the Gita doesn't just leave us hanging. It gives us a practical toolkit, a set of practices to actually build this kind of inner balance.
So this isn't a quick fix. It's definitely a process. And it starts with something you've probably heard of, mindfulness. Just observing your feelings without judging them. Then you practice letting go, releasing that white-knuckle grip we have on how things should turn out. That's detachment and acceptance. And from there, you go even deeper. You start asking the big questions, like, who am I really beyond all these ups and downs? That's self-inquiry. And all of this is supported by meditation, which is what helps you build that fundamental inner quiet that makes the whole thing possible.
So, you do all this inner work. What's the big payoff? What do you actually get out of it? Well, when you start putting these tools into practice, the effects aren't just in your head. They ripple out into every single part of your life. And that's what makes this ancient idea so incredibly relevant right here, right now. And this all leads to a really profound shift in perspective. Think about it. We spend so much of our time and energy trying to control everything outside of ourselves, right? We think if we can just arrange our circumstances perfectly, then we'll be happy. But equanimity flips that script completely. It teaches us that the source of real, deep, lasting happiness isn't out there. It's in here.
It's always been inside our own inner state.
And the rewards for this they're huge. We're talking about a total transformation. Instead of constantly reacting to whatever life throws at you, you start navigating challenges with this incredible sense of peace. You start to feel fulfilled in a way that has nothing to do with getting a promotion or a new car. You begin to tap into this potential that's always been inside you, but it was just buried under all the noise. This is the real deal, a path to a life of actual, lasting joy.
We usually think of freedom as like getting everything we want and getting rid of everything we don't, changing our life on the outside. But I want to leave you with this one final thought to chew on. What if real freedom has nothing to do with changing your life? What if it's all about changing how you experience the life you already have?